What's up, love and marriage? I am back with another one. Tonight I want to talk about something that is a little disheartening, but I don't know, honestly. But I'm just going to say it. I feel like Republicans are going to take over in 2024. And I'm not the only one. Let's go to NPR.org. It says Republicans have the advantage with voters in 22 election, polls find. Republicans are favored to take back the House in November's midterm elections, and all signs are pointing to a difficult midterm for President Biden and the Democrats. Of 1,162 registered voters surveyed, 47% said they are more likely to vote Republican in their district, opposed to 44% who said Democrat. The poll has a margin of error by 3%, 4% higher and lower. Last November, Democrats had a 5-point advantage on the question traditionally. Just polls aside, all that jazz. Yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, look at everything that's happening in the world. You want to say the food plants are burning down. I want to say the world, clearly. I'm going to say America. Food plants burning down. Let's see how many have burned down. And the human meat that they're supposedly feeding us. But there's supposedly over 20 plants that burned down. Even Tucker Carlson, Fox News golden boy, he stokes the food plant fire rumor. This was on April 28th. He said that there's a higher number of that. And let's also talk about gas prices. Gas prices are at all-time high. Let's see where we're at right now. The average is $4.99 a gallon. They're going to continue to go up. It is unfortunate what's happening in the Ukraine, but it's like a lot of people are seeing Biden just constantly giving money out. And like here at home, our homeless level in America right now, let's see, it's high, I know that. It says that 65% of America is homeless. Rent prices, all-time high. Where is our White House? Mass shootings. They always say this is a sign of elections. It's unfortunate, but conspiracy theorists say that like when these things are happening, but here's the thing. I voted Democrat. Do I have faith in either one? Not really, but I do my due diligence to vote. But I just feel like this time, like it's almost like Biden is handing the presidency over on a silver platter this time around, because I just haven't seen him do anything. I mean, the pandemic, yes, he's gotten people vaccinated, but there's millions of people that I'll swear by that was a conspiracy and this and that. It's just it's all trash. It's all hot trash. But I am saying that in 2024, we are probably going to see a Republican presidency again. And I don't know. I mean, will we survive it? We're blessed to see another day every day. Today, I'm blessed just to be talking to you. But I'm just saying that I am strongly seeing a Republican White House in our future. People feel like Biden, I am a Black American, and I can tell you that people feel like Biden has not done what he has needed to do, what he's promised to do. There's been a lot of empty promises. There's 6 states that could determine the presidency right now. You have Arizona. Right now, Doug Ducey, his term is up in 2022. He's the governor. And then Republicans control both of the chambers. All 7 justices there in their Supreme Court are Republicans. And the Secretary of State is a Democrat. But we know how crazy that is. And we have Georgia. We have, Stacey Abrams. She's running against Brian Kemp. Well, we know that Brian Kemp is on Trump's bad side. So very curious to see how O'Brien is going to get Trump back on his side, because that Trump endorsement weighs heavy. I mean, the dude's still got power, but right now in Georgia, he's up for re-election in 2022. Republicans, they control both chambers down there, and the Supreme Court is controlled by conservative majority. Obviously, the Secretary of State is the same as Brian Kemp. And that's one that's up for grabs. Michigan, you got Gretchen Whitmer. She was the lady where they tried to come and kidnap her, something crazy. Like, she's a Democrat, but she's up for a re-election in 2022. Michigan has dealt with so many things. Republicans control both of their chambers. Their Supreme Court is split, 4 Democrats and 3 Republicans. And then their Secretary of State is a Democrat. So, will old Gretchen win Michigan? Not sure, but that's one to hold up. Pennsylvania, that's another deciding state. That one's Democrat governor as well. His election's up in 2022. Republicans control the legislature there, and they have their Supreme Court is mostly Democrat. Let's see here, and then Texas, everyone's favorite Greg Abbott. He is up for re-election in 2022. Republicans control both chambers there, controlled by 9 Republican justices, the Texas Secretary of State and county judges. I don't even know who was running against Abbott. I was thinking Beto was, but I don't know what even happened to him. Just looking at this, Texas is always very interesting. It said in 2020, Texas went solidly for Donald Trump, but that didn't stop the state's Republican leaders from further restricting the vote. Last summer, GOP lawmakers passed a sweeping law that bans 24-hour drive-through voting, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then Wisconsin, the Democrat governor there is up for re-election in 2022. It is controlled by Republicans, the chamber. The court is officially nonpartisan with 4-3 conservative liberal split. And the Supreme Court, there is a Supreme Court justice retiring. So, yeah, it is going to be this year, 2022. And, we have the gun rights coming up. And then we have Roe versus Wade. We have just all the things that, and then you have the anti-Trump Republicans, where they act anti-Republican, but let's be clear, how many Republicans have really come out against Trump? There's they're saying that in Maryland, Larry Hogan, I guess he's against Trump, and obviously Liz Cheney, which Liz is, doing this due diligence. Governor Christie against Trump. Yeah, this is funny because we all know that he goes back and forth. And Nikki Haley, she's never on. She's every other, whatever benefits her. Let's be clear. We already know What's up? The Wyoming Rep. Landon Brown, all them are like these are supposedly the Republicans against Trump. But let's be clear, if Trump does run again in 2024, which a lot of people think he won't, he can't, he has all these losses, dude, it's like untouchable. He's untouchable. This is from dailypress.com. Should the GOP dump Trump? It may be the only way to take back the White House. This is true. It says, as the Republican Party gleefully awaits Election Day slaughter of their rival in November, they had better recall that history's only kind to winners who get things done. Yeah, last time they captured both houses was under Bill Clinton. Although Biden hasn't been a Bill Clinton-ish guy, Biden is just kind of like, I just don't understand or know what's happening there. I know that we are dealing with the Ukraine, but it's like, what is happening in America? And that is what is going to get the Republicans back in the White House, because you have all these Republicans, they constantly say, like, we have problems at home. And we've had 2 mass shootings this month alone. And the only thing that Biden has said is like thoughts and prayers. I think even today on Twitter, he says something about Kevlar. So all of these people are making it a political thing. I want to get this Kevlar thing because that was trending on Twitter today, where he said that we might have to do. He said Joe Biden deer in a Kevlar vest statement was it a joke. He didn't deliver it like a joke. It's actually, so I guess he said that it'd be like sending them to school with the deer in Kevlar. I'm trying to get his like official statement. Why not mandate Kevlar vests on all children? I mean, at this point, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm just going to keep going back to this. You know, the Republicans are going to be back in the White House in 2024 and in 2022. I mean, it says Abbott and Paxton want to ban masks in the classroom, but arming teachers with weapons and Kevlars. Okay, so he's thinking about arming teachers, which we're going back to that again. Which is, in Texas is not far-fetched, honestly. I mean, I'm just reading all these things, you know. You got the NRA trending. The statement is for Laura Bassett. The NRA is banning guns for Trump's appearance at their conference this Friday. Ted Cruz, him and his wife are fervently lifting up the prayer for the families. AOC, aren't you slated to headline a speaking gig for the NRA in 3 days in Houston? We know the NRA pumps lots of money into the Republican Party. Do I personally think guns are the problem in America? No. I think that America has been fed a lot of propaganda, and then people don't know how to responsibly use guns. And these parents buy their children guns, and their children are not even sane enough to own a toy gun. That's what I think. But once again, it is getting close to election time. We're going to see more and more craziness. We can't get past one thing till we get to the next thing. I mean, if it's not the school shootings, it's the inflation, it's the famine, it's everything. And I just really do not see like our current president doing his due diligence, guys. So I don't know. I'm just telling you, I think we are going to see a Republican 2024. So strap in your seatbelts, get ready for all these propaganda commercials on both sides. I personally am not impressed with either side. I can really tell you that. I would love a better country for me and my children and for America, but it's just been trashed ever since, dude. Since Clinton and Monica, honestly. And we haven't seen major changes in either way. Everything is something. So I just don't know. But this is my prediction. I am predicting a Republican 2024. In 2022, I feel like we're going to see a lot of Democratic seats being taken away because the president that we have is not doing his job. It hasn't been impressive. And no matter what, I mean, I live in a red state, even though I have voted Democrat, but must be clear, fear wins. And if you can scare people with the thought of like taking away their guns or taking away, America's all about what we have, what's ours, what's our rights. And we're God's country. So they're going to win them over. You got the churches, which there's no more separation of church and state. Literally heard a pastor today say that if his members were voting Democrat, he did not even want them in his church because you can't be a Democrat and a Christian, with his exact words. And these churches, they are a part of the propaganda machine. Let's be clear. They don't get these big churches and donations for nothing. So, yeah. We'll see a Republican 20. I'm already preparing in my mind. I personally, I'm not worried about it. Like my mama always says, she survived Jim Crow. So, as far as being black and having to deal with another Republican White House, it is what it is. But I'm just letting you know here that I'll do my due diligence, but I completely feel like Grandpa Biden has made it to where we are going to have the Republican White House because he's literally handed it to him on a silver platter. So that's Love and Marriage's take on that. What do you guys think? Let me know. Everybody stay safe out there. Lock your doors. Don't stare at the sun too long. And pray for our country, man. For real. All right. Love and Marriage signing off. Have a good one.